Schlumberger, the oil services giant, reported their second quarter 2023 earnings on Friday, July 21. Revenue was up to $8.1 billion for the quarter, a more than 15% gain year-over-year. A closer look at revenue by geography shows that the Middle East and Asia made up one-third of total revenue, followed by Europe and Africa at 25%. North America reported 22% of results and Latin America closing the quarter at 20% of total revenue. Revenue by division showed that well construction was the largest business line, coming in at 42%, production services at 29%. Reservoir performance just over 20% of total revenue, and digital and integration at 9%. Turning back to the income statement, gross profit margin came in at 24%. The EBITDA was just shy of $2 billion. Operating income was $1.4 billion, up 11% year-over-year, and the operating margin was 17%. Pre-tax earnings were $1.3 billion, improved by 12% from last year. Net income came in at $1 billion, up 8% from the prior year's second quarter, or 12.6% of revenue. Earnings per share was up 7% to 72 cents. Sales per share came in at 6 times, up 15%. Cash per share increased 10% to $2.21. Book value was also up 5% to $13 per share. Price earnings was annualized based on this quarter's earnings to nearly 20 times. PE growth shows a solid 2.72. The leverage ratio shows total debt to total assets at 0.30, slightly worse by 5% year-over-year. The company issued $1 billion of short-term and medium-term debt. Debt to equity was 0.70, again slightly worse due to the newly issued debt. Interest coverage ratio at 11.2, improved from last year's results by 9% to more than 11 times coverage. 26 cents in dividend were paid out last quarter, yielding 1.8% on an annualized basis. The dividend grew by 29%. The company is paying out 36% of its earnings. Liquidity ratios show the current ratio at 1.33 and the quick ratio at 0.9, slightly improved from last year. Cash to current liabilities at 0.26 show that the company could use some more cash, though free cash flow was just under $1 billion this quarter. Enterprise value is $91 billion. The company reported an annualized return on assets of 9%, slightly improved from last year. Return on equity, also annualized, was nearly 22%. The equity multiplier is 2.37.